Die!
I wanted to make some cashola for beating people up, so I went around Night City to do some fights. My first fight was against twins that were actually the same person and do everything together. Which has some morally questionable things attached to that, but I beat them up and made 16k. On my way to the next fight, I gained a new hatred for this game. My next fight was against a cocky military veteran, so I matched his cockiness and upped the stakes for the fight.
I don't know. I'll raise you instead.
Told you already. I'm laying out all I got.
Toss in the sniper. I mean, that is, unless you're scared.
Of you? I don't give a fuck about you. Done. Rifle's on the table.
I had won the fight fair and square, but because this guy was a little whiny pussy baby, him and his goons tried to kill me.
Over my rotten meat. Get him!
You want a piece?
I then had to fight a guy who is not great with money, which was made even worse by the fact that his wife was pregnant. Even though I had won, I let him keep the money and I took the car, because I may be an asshole, but I am not a monster. Even though I let a person of significance of the NUSA die in the last episode, but we'll brush over that.
Hold it, Word. You think you could just get in for free?
Out of my fucking way.
What? You think you're some kind of hot shit you can get in anywhere?
Nothing to think about. I know it. So step the fuck aside.
Alright. Fucking go.
The final fight before the grand day finale was Rhino, who had never lost a fight. So now it was time for the grand finale, and a money-hungry Vixer was there, I'm sure, to make fun of me.
Vic, what are you doing here?
What do you mean? I came to see the fight of the year. Everybody on the street's buzzing about it.
Damn, well now I just feel like an asshole.
He's got. Hit him in the gut. Good. Keep the pressure till he breaks. Got him stat.
Call it now. This fight's over.
Deciding I had sidetracked myself for long enough, it was time to go to Rogue to look for the man who had the blueprints on the relic. But first, I decided to take down a cyber psycho. I arrive at the afterlife and find a guy who thinks he's hot shit at boxing, so I put him in his place.
I lost everything.
Let me be plain. Again. Solve your own problems. Clean up
You know
your own
what, Will?
shit.
Go fuck yourself. Be careful who you bargain with.
And now I talk to Rogue. After I paid her and waited for a day, she gave me intel on where Anders Hellman, the relic guy, is.
Your Hellman's not on any payroll. Not officially, anyway. But he does pop up in GNT's confidential stack. It's a Kang Tao subsidiary, Chinese corp. Kang Tao's been using them as a fig leaf for years. They're masked for more sensitive operations.
Must be prepping him for a transfer. Chinese Corpo playbook's an open one to me. This looks like the old vanishing pigeon.
Decrypted map of upcoming Kang Tao convoy routes. Take a look at the specs on this one. A lone AV, no ground support, no linked cargo manifests either. Catch the load on this AV. Already approved in the system, but too low. So definitely no cargo on board. But there's a passenger list. Kang Tao security detail plus 1 VIP. Transfer from Chan T.
Our boy Hellman.
Right here's Jackson Plains. Narrow corridor, just outside the city, and just out of Kang Tao's reach.
I was unfamiliar with outside of Night City, so I needed help from a native, Panam Palmer, the one who is mad at Rogue. But if I wanted her help, I first had to help her retrieve cargo that she had lost on a previous job for Rogue, along with her car. So, we set up a trap at an abandoned town where a deal with said stolen cargo was meant to take place.
They're rolling in. And my thorn. You see her?
Really, really hard to miss.
Let's take them by surprise. Let's try to do this quietly. If anything happens, I'll start picking them off. Sound good?
Sounds great. Colorful bunch. We named.
Covering you. That might have been the cherry on top. Move. I'll take the wheel.
After I helped Panam, she had the gut to try and get me to do even more for her. But that is not what I agreed with Rogue, and I am not a simp.
Listen, V,
so
it's not over
I shut
yet.
it down.
You got the cargo, you got your car.
I did not get Nash, who was not in Rocky Ridge. The fucker didn't show.
Panam.
Listen, I have a plan.
And I don't care. The car and the merch, that's what we were after. We got him. 6th Street away
Just
forward.
listen to me, for fuck's sake. I know where their little hidey hole is. We'll take the old unfinished freeway nearby. They will not be expecting us. I'm sure of it.
Let's do the deal with 6th Street first. We can talk about Nash later.
V, I have to do this. Do you understand?
No, not what we agreed.
Are you joking? Tell me you are, please.
Not about to risk everything to settle a score that isn't even mine.
You don't get it. This is more than
No,
just...
Panam. Nash made a fool of you, I get it. But don't try and make one out of me. We hand the goods off to 6th Street, then set up the Hellman grab. That was our deal.
That was our deal.
Then I tried to calm the situation.
You mad at me? Not talking to me now. Real mature. You pouting like some wounded puppy.
Shut up.
Why? Aim not to talk for the rest of this thing?
I could have gotten him. He was right there. We could have gotten him.
There'll be chances. Right now we got more pressing things on our list. So get your shit together or tell me you're out. Now.
I promise to help. I'll help. Just give me a minute, all right?
We then did the 6th Street deal, and Panam left me to fend for myself while she got to have a room.
Let's meet back here around midnight. Agreed?
Sure, catch you later.
No, I'll need a room. Just for tonight.
After Panam decided to stop being stroppy, we took down the Kangtao AV by setting off a huge EMP blast.
Fucking tastic.
Bullseye!
Panam, the engines are still running.
And when that didn't work, Panam shot a homing missile at them.
That's how you do it!
It's losing altitude. Path's clear.
I'm coming for you.
When we got to the crash site, Hellman was already gone, so we followed the tracks of vehicles that had left the scene and ended up at a gas station that was taken over by people protecting Hellman inside. But they're no match for my skill, and I managed to reach Hellman with relative ease.
Who sent you?
Hey, easy. We gotta talk.
Who are you working for? Yorinobu Arasaka. Do you wish to take me back home?
Pathetic rat's got nowhere left to scurry off to. He's out of lifelines. Shut him up already.
Don't take this personally. Hey,
And after all of that, Hellman told me what I already knew, that there was no hope for me. But I did manage to get my hand on the relic blueprints that I'm sure will be very useful to me at some point, but they probably won't, so there's that. Panam Palmer decided to vent to me about her issues, even though I made it very clear I did not care, but I did try to console her as best I could. With that bombshell, that helmet just dropped straight into my mouth and pulled straight out of my ass, it's fair to say I was quite very much agitated. So I went somewhere I knew I could release some of that stress.
Bet you didn't expect to see me here.
So what now?
After a hard and sloppy Bible session, I went to Judy's apartment, as a couple days earlier I had got a call from her telling me to rush over. Am I seriously about to have 2 Bible sessions in one night? Well, no, Evelyn had basically committed a Gordon Ramsay quote that he said to her, she's dead, basically, yeah. We took Evelyn out of the bathtub, and Judy put some new clothes on her. We then took a breather on the rooftop and smoked a cigarette. Judy told me that Woodman had done some terrible things to Ev, so it's a good thing With Meredith no longer available for Bible studies, I decided the next best thing I could do was to do some races that allowed you to just straight up murder some folks. So that is exactly what I did.
You sound surprised.
I had just got some new chrome at the Ripper Dock. Then Panam called me.
V, it's a good thing you answered. I could probably use your help. Fine, I could really use your help. Can we meet?
Just tell me when and where.
You don't know how good it is to hear that. Swing by the Aldecaldos camp. I'll explain it all. The Wraiths took Saul. The Brick Brain ventured out with a small patrol and never came back.
Sure was Wraiths?
We've been observing their camp. We know they're holding prisoners, including someone important.
Well, I'll be. Panam and V, what's going on there?
Okay, pause. I need to say something. For some reason, OBS or my capture card, I'm not too sure, for like the next 20 minutes of footage I thought I would have to edit through to like, you know, make a fun little video for you guys. For some reason, the entire 20 minutes is just full of fucking stutters. So I am just gonna sum it up for you guys. Basically, me and Panam, we went to the Wraiths camp. I quietly went through it, you know, killed all the bad guys, found Saul in the basement, a bit beat up and bruised and, you know, tired or whatnot. So I injected him with some waking up juice. We went back to the van that Panam was waiting for us in. A sandstorm came through. Then there was a bunch of wraiths that came after us, but they just like fucking blew up, so who cares? We then bunkered down in a conveniently placed house for the night, and Panam put her feet on me, which was gross, so I told her to like, you know, go away, leave me alone. The next morning, Panam thanks me by giving me a sniper that I will literally never use. So, you know, yeah, I now have to figure out a way to get this video to a length that I would be satisfied with. So yeah, there you go. That's really annoying. Now with Panam's silly shenanigans out of the way, I went back to the races. However, on my way to the next race, I heard 6th Street making a ruckus, so I swiftly put an end to that. Now with this next race, Claire and I would be racing in the Badlands, so she made us use her car, also known as Beast, because she doesn't seem to think I have any good off-road vehicles, and she'd be right, but alas, we did the race.
3, 2, 1.
This is my fight!
Keep your formation.
Fucking sandstorm, careful, B.
Do not give up. Winner today, me and Claire.
Panam decided to make yet another unwelcome return to ask for help, which I reluctantly agreed to, but not before doing the last race before the finals.
B, do you have a moment?
Need to talk?
I mean no longer moment. Can you come by the camp?
Can't now.
Of course. Please be sure to let me know when you're freer.
Take my ride. Feels more natural to me. You get it.
3, 2, 1.
We can win this, B!
Congratulations to Luigi and Margot.
After the race, Claire explained to me that the only reason she was doing the races was because last year her husband died during the final race, supposedly because a guy named Samsung killed him, and also claimed it was premeditated. So obviously, you know, she would want revenge, but I was skeptical. You know, I was skeptical. Yeah, you know the word. Because, well, I mean, you know. So I told her if Samson died during the race, I would be fine with that. But I would not go out of my way to try and kill him, because my main goal was to win, because I like winning.
What's going on here?
Samson, Dickspert thinks I'm gonna let him go. You're dead. You hear me?
This your new driver? I'd get out while I could if I were you. Claire can't seem to keep her partners alive for long.
You motherfucker!
Truth is, Dean was as shit a husband as he was a driver. Head swelled lots larger than he could manage, and he paid for it. Face the facts. I didn't kill him. His ego did.
Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1. Protect your arms.
Got Ben coming.
Hold on.
Car's damaged. He's pulling off. After him, Pete. Don't let him slip away.
Time for school.
We missed the turn.
I know.
We can still get him. Turn back.
I'm heading for the finish line, Claire.
What the fuck did you just do? What the fuck did you just do?
I finished the race.
That was my one chance. Don't you get it? Stop getting out. No offense, but I need to be alone. Walk this off, okay?
Of course. Claire, calm down. I did what I did to keep you out of trouble. This is your hunt for vengeance, not mine. You enlisted me to race, not to kill in cold blood.
Fuck the race! He killed my husband! The only man I ever loved! The only man who ever loved me. Justice. You took that away from me. I'm out of here.
Well, with the races now done and out the way, I guess it's finally time to see what Panam wants.
V, you're here.
What is he doing here? I forbade you from even breathing on that Militech convoy, so you call in your friend?
What's this basilisk nonsense?
It's an armored Militech cargo panzer. Junk from back in 2060 or so. They want to peddle it off to a backwards country, somewhere it can still pass as a technological wonder.
The Militech convoy will take the 101 right past us.
The convoy will halt at the railroad crossing on the 101. We'll attack from behind, then get the hell out and away. Questions? Comments? Motions?
Terrible idea, all this. Sorry, I won't get involved.
Suit yourself.
What Panam was trying to do would have put a lot of lives in danger, so I had to tell Saul what they were trying to do.
Panam's got no idea I'm here.
So?
Panam swayed Cassidy, Carol, and the others to help her grab the basilisk.
Fuck! She will never learn. Breaking up the clan is never good. I'll be in touch.
Fuck, V! How could you?
Hey, glad you called.
Do you seriously not know? Or did you pull some other shit thing besides ratting me out to Saul?
It's all your fault. Can't believe it, actually. To put the whole clan at risk, just to prove to Saul that you were right? Panam?
Do you know what, V? Fuck you.
After losing all potential friendships due to their foolishness, my last hope was with Judy, who wanted me to go with her to meet Maiko, someone of significance in some way to Clouds, and one of Judy's exes, to rid the place of the Tiger Claws and have it be owned entirely by the Mox, to make sure the dolls there are protected and treated well, unlike how it was when Woodman was in charge. But Maiko, well, she just kicked us out, so that was pointless, wasn't it? Until it wasn't. Maiko messaged Judy at a later date to discuss a way to get rid of the Tiger Claws.
Judy, so, you got a plan?
Damn right I do. Come over to mine tonight. Gonna lay the groundwork with Tom and Roxy. They're with us.
Get a job. Stop scaring people.
Micah will be here too.
How'd you manage that?
Got something really big. Tell you everything tonight. I modified the behavioral chip. It can equip any doll with a motor reflex system. In other words, make the doll move and fight like a Preem-tier solo.
Gotta see it to believe it.
Finally, someone said it.
What the?
Tom and Roxy went straight into Clouds to incapacitate all the Tiger Claws currently in the building, while me and Judy found an alternative way to get into the penthouse that had the current Clouds manager inside. When I got to the penthouse, Maiko was already waiting inside. But like the little bitch that she is, she had her own plan, to have me kill the current Cloud's manager in front of its bosses to scare them and have Maiko be the new owner of Clouds. But why would I go along with that? I did what was previously agreed and killed the manager, then also his bosses.
Bean, what the hell were you thinking? You any
Then knocked out Maiko for being a twat. And with that, Maiko and I, not Maiko, that would be weird, Judy and I lived happily ever after.
You do. Don't need to believe that. I just know it. Thank you. See you later, V.
See you around, Judy.